What is going on, everyone? My name's Boyd and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the blue color, playing also as Oranos. His name is Ulysses. The map is Oasis, and this is the best of the best tournament. First round. This is the last cast of the first round. I believe I've done every single one of them, and I'm going to attempt to get through every single game of this tournament if it kills me. However, I do believe that a couple of them may or may not have had their recorded games bugged, and you can all personally blame Pegasus Rush. It's his fault, and he deserves all the flame that he gets. Because if anyone wants to know, if you want to do duo casts, there is a function in order to do duo casts. You just have to do it right. Anyways, let's do this. Let's do this thing. If you don't know who Ulysses is here, Ulysses, I don't think I've featured him too much on the channel because I don't see him in tournaments very often. He's featured here in this one because he's in the tournament. But Ulysses is one of those guys who's just a really, really solid player. He plays Oranos very, very well, and he can take games off anyone, and he's definitely has good reason for going very far in this competition. Unfortunately for Ulysses, I feel like Shelty may have either ranked Skady too low on the seedings or ranked Ulysses too low. If it's kind of in the middle, that's very unfortunate for Ulysses. But obviously you do have to have some very strong matchups happening in the early stages of the game. But good thing there is a losers bracket, and I do expect to see whoever loses this game out of Skady and Ulysses to go far in the losers bracket for sure. So we'll see. We got the house coming up for Skady. He's doing all the stuff, not forgetting his houses, like certain Oranos players or lower level Oranos players. We've also got this relic here, the Harmonia's necklace, 10% extra villager gold gather rate. We've also got another relic over here on the left side of the map. We've got the Titan's treasure. So, Oranos versus Oranos. We actually saw some incredibly interesting Oranos versus Oranos back with more versus Skady in the Champions League Season 1, where more intentionally cut villagers in order to get out more Murmillo, and that allowed him to just completely destroy Skady's Oranos. So we'll see if Ulysses is aware of this strategy, because he's a very, very much cutting edge Oranos strategy, and he does some very interesting things. So we'll see what happens here. We do see that Ulysses is going for the 4-minute advance time. So if he goes for this and goes for counter barracks, military barracks, I wouldn't be surprised to see him cut villages in order to get the Murmillo going, and then get the villagers just a little bit later coming out a little bit. But we'll see. Counter barracks here on this map is okay. I don't hate it, but it's a lot of zebra and a lot of giraffe, so the oracles have to do something. So Ulysses moving in with these oracles. We'll see if he can, if he he splits the oracles up. So the villagers are already retreating away, and it looks like Ulysses does not know about this location over here. He's got no idea that there's hunt here. It's a little bit lucky, but mostly just poor scouting from Ulysses. You definitely want to find where the giraffe are when you go for this 4-minute advance, but instead he used his oracles to get the more line of sight, but he should have just been running around with them trying to desperately find the giraffe. And now there's 2 zebra here that are being killed, going to be losing food, but not a big issue for Skady. He's going Prometheus, he's going 430, no problems. And he's got 3 villagers on food, 2 villagers gold, 2 villagers wood. Going to be able to start throwing up those buildings here. He's going to throw up the counter barracks over on this side. Maybe a little bit far forward, but I don't think you're going to be worrying too much about losing the counter barracks, especially with the temple being out here as well. It's probably the building that gets targeted first. Promethean versus Promethean. The Promethean will win. And Valor comes down for Ulysses. He's got his Terma out. He is going for double counter barracks. He's actually housed at this point, which is a little bit devastating. 3 villagers on gold this early also means that he's probably going to be spamming out Prometheans, but I don't see them coming out just yet. You see the Promethean deciding to turn around. Ulysses doesn't care too much about losing his Promethean into Promethean Offspring, because now he can just come in, snipe that Promethean for sure. Well done. Kills off a Promethean and 1 Promethean Offspring. Now these Promethean Offspring for Ulysses. He can chase around with this one and then have the other one for his base. We do see the units moving. He's going to be hitting Skady's units, but he does micro that nicely to keep that one alive. We do see Terma getting garrisoned here as these units moving in. We will see the Valor coming through. And not gonna chuck it down just yet. A little bit confused as to why not. And there it is. And he gets his 2 Mamilo and 1 Terma. And he's going to be in a good position to defend. So you do just have to basically... Well, there's 2 options. You can simply just mass Mamilo out really heavily, like we saw Moore do, or you can just kind of keep going with your shenanigans. Does he have husbandry here? No husbandry is a bit of an issue. The Term are going to be running around. Still have not found this hunt, and Skady getting a lot of food out of it. But Ulysses, does he know where his own hunt is? It's over here. He does know where it is, so he scouted it with his goats. Nice play, so he'll be able to move on to that a little bit later. I'm honestly a little bit surprised he doesn't have more villagers on food here and starting to throw down the Mermillo, because if he doesn't get him out soon, he's going to be in a bit of a problem. Because the Mermillo just starts shredding. They have bonus damage versus Terma, I think, right? Yeah, they get 50% bonus damage versus Terma, so the Terma just get completely shredded. Skady is losing a couple of units over here as Ulysses has got this location unlocked, but like still just hasn't even looked for the giraffe. Like this is the only place they can possibly be that he hasn't spotted. Maybe they could be here. Maybe. Confusing, but Shockwave comes down, going to be able to pick off probably only 1 Terma there. Nice retreat away, and Ulysses is going to be able to hold on to his Shockwave for just a little bit longer. Meanwhile, moving in, trying to take down this location. We see more Terma coming in. Some Prometheans coming through. Another Mana coming down. Mana coming over here, going to be eating these giraffe on this location. And now Skady, Skady is just getting the ball rolling. He's in a really good position. There's Cairo Ballista coming out now for Ulysses. Not bothering with the Mermillo is an interesting decision because it's going to allow Ulysses to get an earlier heroic age, or at least it should. The Cairo Ballista are more expensive, but they do defend against the Mermillo, and you just keep running around with the Terma. Don't engage any of this at all. Just shoot them when you can, retreat back, get raids, and then hit a heroic timing and should be able to get the advantage there. We just see that these units getting targeted down here. Skady using another Valor, chasing Ulysses around. And honestly, I don't actually hate what Ulysses is doing here. Well, he's cutting units. Is he going for a talent center? I hate going for a talent center here because you don't have the units type to really defend. There's not enough hunt. All of the food you're gathering here can go into the Mythic Age or the Heroic Age, but it looks like he's going for a town center. What can you do, man? What can you do? People on this game are so greedy for extra town centers when Heroic Age is just so strong, and Skady's going for this Heroic Age as well. Sorry, it's this town center as well. Yes, he sees this going up, so it's like it's a different story. But had this been of Skady's own accord going for this settlement, then the Hyperion hits with the Cairo Ballista push, with everything else, with the satyrs and everything, and then he's in a good position there to just win the game. But now we see the Mermillo getting pushed back. We've got the Terma coming in, trying to take down these Terma. The Terma do move too fast. No point in targeting these. Nice Shockwave yet again. Or not yet again. Just by Ulysses. He's going to be able to take a look. Nice micro there. Picks off 3 Terma and almost a 4th Terma there. Just by microing that perfectly. The Cairo Ballista looks like almost got targeted down. But these Murmillo, they don't move fast enough. If you want to engage on the Carabalista, the better move is to ungroup your Murmillo hero, run them in, and then the Carabalista will shoot the Murmillo hero, and then run the other heroes in a little bit. Also, the normal Murmillos in a little bit later. And you're in a better position there to get onto the Carabalista and then not take any damage and treat it more like cavalry running in there. But it does look like Ulysses is going to attempt to delay this town center. You don't want to get over greedy on this. I don't think you ever stop this town center from going up in this situation. But there's the final Valor coming in. But looks like no hero citizen there, unfortunately. Maybe he thought this citizen wasn't a hero. Not sure. Both the town centers coming up at about the same time here. Food is getting awfully close to being finished. Lots of wood income for Ulysses. Do we see any attempted... we do see medium infantry. These Carabalista need to retreat back. Nice micro from Ulysses over here sniping units with his Terma. But the Murmillo going to be getting onto these Carabalista here. Nice micro from Skady there in order to dodge the Terma arrow fire with his hero Murmillo. Sniping an Oracle. Units retreating back. We do see more Carabalista getting popped out here. And probably need more counter barracks at this point. You see a house or a manor getting... killed there as he's going to be swapping it over onto this location to get the third town center down. Now the Terma attacking each other over here. Nice play from Skady, to be honest. Looks like he's got more Terma here. You see that the Promethean offspring Promethean, they're tanking a lot of that damage as well. Meanwhile, the hero Murmillo does get sniped. The units have to retreat away, and Ulysses actually really struggling to hold on here. Skady is trading incredibly well at this point. The gold mine does expire, and potentially Skady can get a gold staff here. I mean, there's a couple of different options for Ulysses. You can grab this gold mine, very far away from anything that Skady's going to grab, but we'll see. He's moving over onto this location, does delete the mana. Maybe rebuilding it up on this spot here. The Promethean doing nicely. A little bit of a poor shockwave here. Only hits 3 of the Carabalista, but he does manage to kill off 2 of them. Somehow, some way. Well, yes, 2 of them, yes. And now the gold has been cut for the time being. Should move these villagers over at some point, but he hasn't thought about it just yet. And now the mana's also dead, so Ulysses sitting... he's kind of fine. He's still 109 population here. But not fully popped. Skady not going for his second town center. He's going for his armory instead. I do like this play from Skady. The earlier you get to the heroic age, the better your chances of winning in this matchup. I do say getting earlier destroyers, very, very important. Getting early Arcus also, or Contarius in this position wouldn't be a bad idea. So many farms up for Skady. Now the citizen moving in, going to be mining this gold here. You see the Promethean's going to be moving in and hitting this. That's going to hurt just a little bit. Meanwhile, Skady is just spreading out, trying to find where the gold is. Nice Terma here, but imagine if he snuck this gold mine here. I'm not sure if Skady spotted that or if Ulysses has. I do see that Skady's now happily trying to take down this town center over here. There's so much damage with the help of those Prometheans. The village is repairing it. Town center has such low HP as Atlantean on Vubli, with only 2100. Of course, there's a lot of damage, but loses some units. It's kind of worth it for Ulysses. Bit of a misstep, if you ask me. Skady's still not able to advance just yet. He stopped production. Promethean over here. He gets a villager kill as well. You get that hero citizen to defend, and he does manage to do so. He kills off 1. Should be able to kill off the other 2 as well if he ever decides to fight, but doesn't. Now we see Skady sending more units over here. Should be able to kill off this hero citizen. Nice surround. Will escape through the wall, but there is an opening. The village is getting pushed back. Still no Hyperion. Sometimes you just got to do the cancel of a villager. There's nothing wrong with that. Cancel the village. Oh, getting a third town center here. I mean, okay. Imagine going Thea here with 1500 gold. All of those dryads come out. Don't even need Hyperion. So much gold. We see Ulysses getting antsy here. He's moving forward. He's going to be running past a lot of these units. This Carabalista getting caught out. Gets 1 sniped. Big play here. These Prometheans do a lot of damage. You can get the heroes to attack the Myth units though, if you can. Meanwhile, these units up here just causing absolute chaos. Villagers have moved over onto this location here. Villagers just pop out onto wood, swapping wood villagers over to gold. You can swap onto both of these locations here if he wants. Promethean Offspring getting targeted down by the town center will be dealt with fairly easily. We do see Thea is the god of choice here for Skady. No upgrade for Ulysses. In fact, he's very short on food. Only four farms, 2 villages on goats, just about to run out of goats. You see the Promethean Offspring coming in, delaying this, but Hero Terma on the way. Do we see some more military buildings for Skady? He's got a couple of military barracks. And there's the Thea. Instant tree or instant market? Neither. Looks like Skady's very low on the gold here for some reason. I don't know what he spent it all on. He had 1,500 before. Where did he put the Hesperid's tree? Oh, here. That's wild. It's very aggressive. Palace going up behind it, though, which I like. So it's going to secure it for at least the early stage. But if he loses the fight, he might lose the tree. It's looking like Skady can now clean up these Carabalista fairly easily. And every single advantage that Ulysses got in the early game is sort of just thrown away by grabbing town centers. I don't get it. Military barracks coming up for Ulysses. He's going to attempt to get some Milo out, I guess, finally. And he's going to decide in that stage of the game to tap out as he gets pushed off the gold mine. GG, well played by Skady. Has managed to take this game. Very nice play indeed. But, like, so many small mistakes here from Ulysses. His strategy of going 4 minutes on this map, I think, is the better strategy because it allows you to push off this off these giraffe here. You get access to your own giraffe. You go full wood. Carabalista Terma. You go Terma first into Carabalista. Stay one town center. Just stay one town center. Go Myth, go Heroic Age. And you're in a better position because now your Chaos hits more Milo, and then you can get the Satyr out in order to pick up all the Prometheans. And then you win the game because you get a gold star because your opponent got this town center here. But he didn't go for it. Ulysses loses game number 1. We'll move on to game number 2 very shortly. If you guys are enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.